In this video, we will be implementing a web server in our CentOS VM. We'll open a terminal. We will be installing Apache web server with the command sudo yum install httpd. We will provide the password of our user. It will ask us for the permission, provide Y and hit enter. The installation might take a minute. The installation has been completed. Next, enable Apache as a CentOS service so that it will automatically start after a reboot. To do so, we will provide a command sudo systemctl enable httpd.service. The service has been enabled. Next, we will install modSSL. In order to set up the self-signed certificate, we first have to be sure that modSSL, an Apache module that provides support for SSL encryption, is installed in the server. To do so, we will use the command sudo yum install modSSL. Provide the permission as yes, hit enter. The installation is complete. The module will automatically be enabled during installation and Apache will be able to start using an SSL certificate after it is restarted. Now we will be creating a new certificate. Now that the Apache is ready to use encryption, we can move on to generating a new SSL certificate. The certificate will store some basic information about our site and will be accompanied by a key file that allows the server to securely handle the encrypted data. First, we need to create a new directory to store our private key. To do so, we will use a command sudo mkdir and the path where we want to create this file, this directory. Since file kept within this directory must be kept strictly private, we will modify the permission to make sure only the root user has access. So we will give the permission through chmod and the path where this file is stored. Now that we have a location to place our file, we can create the SSL key and certificate files with OpenSSL. We will write this command sudo openssl required x509 nodes days 365 new key RSA do not 48 key out etc SSL private Apache self-signed .key out etc SSL search Apache self-signed .cert. Here the field OpenSSL is the basic command line tool for creating and managing OpenSSL certificate, keys and other files. The field required X509. This specifies that we want to use X509 certificate signing request management. The X.509 is a public key infrastructure standard that the SSL and TLSL adhere to for key and certificate management. The next field, nodes. This tells us OpenSSL to skip the option to secure our certificate with a passphrase. We need Apache to be able to read the file without user intervention when the server starts up. A passphrase would prevent this from happening since we would have to enter it after every restart. The next field is 365. This option sets the length of the time that the certificate will be considered valid. We set it for 1 year. The next field, new key RSA 2048. This specifies that we want to generate a new certificate and a new key at the same time. We did not create the key that is required to sign the certificate in the previous step, so we need to create it along with the certificate. The RSA 2048 portion tells it to make an RSA key that is 2048 bits long. The next field, key out. This line tells OpenSSL where to place the generated private key file that we are creating, which is placed in the path etcssl private with the name apache selfsign.key. The next field, out. This tells OpenSSL where to place the certificate that we are creating, which is stored at this path etcssl cert apache.selfsign.cert. Here it will ask us for country name. We will provide India. State or province name, here we are providing Telangana. Locality name, Hyderabad. Organization name, CDAC. Organization unit name, SANG. Common name can be your name or your server host name. Here we will provide our server host name, that is centos1vm.hyderabad.cdac.in. And the email address. You can provide an email address which you want in your certificate. Here we will be providing sent@cdac.in. Hit enter. So in this way our certificate has been generated and along with key. While we are using OpenSSL, we should also we will check this file. Okay, we will use sudo privilege. We haven't have access to this file, so we will give it permission through chmod and the path of the file. Here we can see our Apache self-signed key is present under this path. We will give the permission so that we can access this file. We will give the sudo privilege. The permission has been given. We will come out of it and we will check for the cert. Cert is nothing but certificate signing request. We'll go into the path etcssl certs. And we can see here our Apache self-signed.cert request is here. We will give permission, file access permission to it. While we are using OpenSSL, we should create a strong Diffie-Hellman group which is used in negotiating perfect forward secrecy with clients. To do so, we will use the command sudo openssl dhparam out, and the path we will specify etc ssl search dhparam.pem 2048 and hit enter. This may take a few minutes, but when it's done, you will have a strong DH group at the path etc ssl search dhparam.pem that we can use in our configuration. As it will take long time, we will resume the video once it is done. We can see that the file has been generated. Since the version of Apache that ships with CentOS 7 does not include the SSL Open SSL conf cmd directive, we will have to manually append the generated file to the end of our SSL certificate. To do this, we will use go into the path and see this file. We'll make the changes to the file under the virtual host and remove the comment for document root. By default, it is placed at this path var www/html. Next, we will uncomment the server name line and replace www.example.com with our domain name or server IP address. We will give here CentOS 1 vm.hyderabad.cdac.in. Next, find the SSL protocol and SSL cipher suite lines. Either we can delete them or comment them out. The configuration we will be passing in a moment will offer more secure setting than the default included with CentOS Apache. Next, find the SSL certificate file and SSL certificate key file lines and change them to the directory we made at etc httpd at SSL. Here we will give the path where our certificate file has been stored, that is etc ssl search apache self-signed.cert. We will similarly provide the path for SSL certificate key file where it is stored. That is etc ssl private apache self-signed.key. After editing the fields, we can save the file. Now we will modify the unencrypted virtual host file to redirect to HTTPS. As it stands now, the server will provide both unencrypted HTTP and encrypted HTTPS traffic. For better security, it is recommended in most cases to redirect HTTP to HTTPS automatically. To redirect all traffic to the SSL encrypted, create and open a file ending in .conf in the path etc httpd conf.d directory. To do this, we will go to this path. We'll create the file with nano command at etc httpd conf.d non-ssl.conf. Here inside, create a virtual box host to match request on port 80. Inside, use the server name directory to again match your domain name or IP address. Then use redirect to match any request. So we will give virtual host and the port 80. Inside this, we will give server name, which can be our domain name or IP address. Here we will give cent1 VM, centos 1 VM .hyderabad.cdac.in, and we will give the redirect directive so that to match any request and send them to the SSL virtual host. We'll end this virtual box with /virtualhost. We'll save the file. Now we will activate the certificate. By now you have created an SSL certificate and configured your web server to apply it to your site. To apply all these changes and start using your SSL encryption, you can restart the Apache server to reload its configuration and modules. First, check your configuration file for syntax error by typing sudo apachectl config test. Here we have a syntax error at line 3 of the non-ssl.conf file. We will check into it. Here in redirect directory, we have missed the HTTPS. Let me add it. Now we can save the file and again run this command. Okay, now the syntax is okay. We can move forward and restart Apache server to apply our changes by typing sudo systemctl restart httpd.service. Okay, failed to restart Now we will try again. Next, make sure port 80 and 443 are open in your firewall. If you have a firewall running, you can open this port. We'll give the command sudo firewall cmd add service equals to http. It has given us success. Similarly, we will add https with the same command. And next, runtime to permanent. So the rules has been successfully updated. For a basic rule set, you can add HTTP and HTTPS access by typing sudo iptables I input p tcp m tcp destination port 80 j accept. Similarly, we will give for port 443 it has been successfully updated. Now we can go in our web browser and visit our domain IP or with domain name. Here in the tab, we will try typing our domain name with HTTPS CentOS1 VM .hyderabad.cdac.in. In your web browser will likely to warn you that the site security certificate is not trusted. Since your certificate is self-signed authority that the browser trusts, the browser is unable to verify the identity of the server that you are trying to connect to. So for that, we will go to the advanced. Here we can see that accept the risk and continue. You can see here our domain name is using an invalid security certificate and the certificate is not trusted because it is self-signed. So we will accept the risk and continue. Here we get a page of testing. So here we can see that we have successfully installed Apache web server with SSL encryption.